Ed Beach back with a Heart of America Conference preview for Evangel men's basketball. We're joined by head basketball coach Steve Jenkins. Coach, been a great ride by your team, and I know you're looking to put together another strong roster and good season. With a lot of players back, still 2 All-Americans to replace. What kind of challenge is that?
Well, when you graduate 23 points and 17 points, two hard workers, 2 really good leaders, it's something that you don't just replace with an incoming freshman or even a transfer. Those guys were special players, JJ and Zach, and we've got more depth than we had a year ago. As you recall, we played about 7 guys, and I think that's going to change this year. Right now, I couldn't tell you who's going to start today if we play today. That's a good problem because we have some options, and competition is good in practice. So we're looking forward to another good run at a conference title.
Some of the experience you do return are some guys that can go inside and outside a little bit. Billy Thompson, Corey Tillery now will be in his senior year, as are Brody Wingert. How do you look for them to add to their mix and to be a factor for you this year?
Well, we returned 3 starters, Corey and Billy and Brody. Corey averaged like 14 points, 8.6 rebounds. He and Billy both averaged 8.6 rebounds. I've coached a long time here at Evangel, and I don't remember a single player averaging more than 8.6 rebounds. But to have 2 guys, especially 2 guys that are like 6'3.5", that don't jump very well and aren't quick besides, to get those kind of rebounding numbers, to me was it's going to be hard to keep either one of those guys off the floor. Because they know how to play, they're veterans, and so we're expecting that kind of leadership. Now Brody, on the other hand, we're going to depend on him to step his scoring up a little bit. I think he deferred quite a bit last year. He had to. I mean, Zach and JJ were both really good, but we need Brody to step up his offensive production. He's always been one of our best defensive perimeter defenders, and I don't think that's going to change. But at the offensive end, we're going to need him to knock down some shots, and he's certainly capable of doing that. He's a versatile player. He knows how to play, and we're going to count on him those 3 in particular, to kind of lead us. Josh Vierink is a returning post player, good size, 6'8", 6'8.5", 255. Wow, he's a big man. But we've got some more beef and brawn, backing up our post players, because Chad Stegeman, Marcus Miller, who's a redshirt freshman, and Marcus Middleton, those guys give us some depth on the inside that we didn't have a year ago. So looking forward to things. The point guard position's kind of an important spot. JJ handled that quite well, but Nick Yoakum, a transfer from Drury, a sophomore, 3 years of eligibility remaining, Republic High School, along with 3 other guys. Marcus Miller, we just mentioned, is from Republic, has a state championship ring to his collection. Dylan Beckmeyer and Cody Geiger have 2 state championship rings in Class 4. Cody was the player of the year, the most outstanding player in Class 4 as a senior last year. Those guys are good players, and they've been very well coached. Hopefully they'll make me look like a good coach sometimes, but that's a lot to ask. But
you mentioned some returners and now some newcomers to make an impact on your roster. You're going to test them. Another difficult schedule, and it starts on the 31st of October. Tell us about that.
I need to relinquish my duties as scheduler because our non-conference schedule is going to be quite rigorous. Then we get into the conference, and guess what? We've been playing really well as a conference, so top to bottom, there's not any easy wins. We'll see how we start. We've got a ways to go. Defensively, we're not quite where we need to be. Offensively, we're learning roles and seeing who should be doing what. So we're excited about it. Guys are working extremely hard, and we're looking for a good year.
That's Evangel head men's basketball coach Steve Jenkins. I'm Ed Beach with the Heart of America Conference preview with EvangelAthletics.com.